Hi guys, how are you? Vladimir here from Traders Academy Club. I hope you have a nice weekend. This video is the weekly forecast and market analysis, and this video is for the week of 4 to 9 of October 2020. October is already here, and I would like to wish you a wonderful month, successful trading, and also in personal life. Stay safe, and best wishes to you and all of yours. Happy Thanksgiving in advance as well to all those of you who celebrated. The market was ranging in some of the instruments this week. Some others were in corrective phases, and there are very interesting instruments, the way I see that, for the coming week. So let's begin and let's cover them. But one thing before we start, if you are new to this channel, then first of all, welcome to our fantastic community. I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel. Just follow the subscribe button below this video and remember to enable the notifications. Share this video. It's completely free and open for the public, for the community. So if you feel this video could be contributing and helpful to any of your colleagues in the industry or friends that also trade, feel free to do so. And also, I would like to invite you to join our free Telegram channel and to join our Traders Academy Club, the club where we share our live market analysis on daily basis, backed up with a full trading report with all the trading ideas we share. Both links could be found below this video in the description or in the pinned comment inside the comment section. So let's quickly review how the previous week was. Also, good time to remind that on Monday in my blog vladimirribakov.com I will publish this post. This post is the text format, text version of the weekly forecast and analysis. For your comfort, for your convenience, you can come back to you can go to the blog on Monday, or come back to this video, and below you would find this link published. So just scroll down and you will find there all the instruments. Basically, again, a text version, very simple, straightforward, of this video. Okay, so you can see here all the instruments line up for you. Let's see how the previous week was and what these instruments did, and also then we will cover the coming week. So dollar CAD, the idea was bullish until it was completed with divergence. We didn't trade it much. Euro dollar, the idea was look for retraces and then corrections down, and euro dollar does the retraces. Now we will discuss about the corrections down, and I will explain my scenarios. Pound dollar, we finished. Pound Kiwi, the idea was to find this as a top, as a potential divergence and the possible corrections down. We got that happen. Let's see what's next. And then we had the Dow Jones was completed. Dollar franc, we also wanted to see corrections and one more leg. So this is where we expected the corrections to start. We got the corrections, and today we will discuss what is next for this pair. So last one was the Aussie CAD, where our idea was to scroll down. That's here, corrections and then continuation down, expecting the daily target to be reached somewhere here. Also, we'll cover this one. So let's begin with the opportunities as they are. Dollar CAD is my first one. According to the analysis I have on the daily time frame, we are now on a key supportive area from 130. That's where we were, right here on the bottom. That's where the bullish divergence was completed on the MACD on a moving average and the histogram as well. RSI joined the party. The long falling resistance line also successfully broken, and we gained the momentum. We gained the rally. This resistance was broken. Next resistance broken, and now we come to the area and retesting it. Well, so the way I see that, based on the daily chart, if the analysis correct, we should be still experiencing a corrective cycle. Now, for that to happen, I want to go to the 4-hour chart and find my opportunities. Here I see that every of the pushes to the upside gains momentum. and this is strong momentum. Right now, the way it looks, we are in corrective phase, so basically the way it looks, this becomes a potential zone for us to look for the continuation. How is likely for this pair to follow the continuation upside? As you can see, we are facing here a strong supportive zone. As long as this area will hold, I expect this one to go higher. Now we might see that pushing into two waves here, right, into the supportive zone, or maybe even trying to like spike through this rising support and then go back inside above it and start the rally. So it could really do the two waves and then, or simply hold this bottom and regain the momentum by making higher highs, higher lows, return to the bullish scenario. But from my point of view, as long as we are holding this zone successfully, I would be looking for my buy opportunities here, take the pair for the second leg upside. What do you think about dollar CAD? Are you bullish here, or do you belong to this group of traders who expect the pair to crash towards 128 or 127? Let me know what do you think about this pair generally. What's your analysis? What would you expect to see here? And what levels you anticipated to reach? Drop your view in the comment section and help other viewers to know what's your analysis. Maybe you will agree with me, maybe you have some different view. It's important to cover as many possible scenarios here. So thanks in advance, of course. The next one, following the previous week, let's go back to the dollar franc. So we got the correction here. And the biggest question is what's next with this pair. The way I see that, I might be wrong, but the way I see that here, I do expect the pair to make one more push forward. And the main reason for that is because I simply think false break below this strong zone, the bounce from the 090 most likely would make the market try and push a bit further before anything else could happen. Based on the daily chart and its rounded divergence, I also expect this first leg to complete, maybe even deeper corrections further on. But the way I see that, it's too early for the buyers to give up. So my personal view is that we are currently experiencing this corrective wave. We might see that trying to make one more low to complete MACD divergence as well. As long as this area hold, from my point of view, this pair is about to find the bottom and go higher. To gain this momentum, I would want to see the pair gaining the structure to the upside. Now we might argue here and say, okay, Vlad, but here is already a structure to the upside, and that might be even correct. The only reason I don't count on that is because if we take a look on a bigger picture, we are stuck. We are stuck here after the move down, you see, in these two candles range. So it's hard to call these three higher highs, higher lows a real bullish momentum when it's simply stuck in the previous drop down range, right? That's why I want to see the price gains the higher highs, higher lows, but getting out of this range to gain the real momentum. That's the whole thing about it, right? So that's what I would really want to see on the dollar franc, the reaction to be able and to enjoy the next expected rallies. Aussie CAD also very interesting. We expected to see these corrections and then looking for the possible bearish continuation. So the correction is in play. Let me show you here. It was a bit deeper than I originally expected. I was expecting it something like that. It went a bit deeper, and that's why I always say, and this is a very important fact, your lines or my lines or whoever else lines, these lines do not make the market move. Lines are good to prepare a plan, right? But remember, you would actually need to look for the evidences on the chart, what I call facts, in order to be able to join this the market ride. So the biggest question is what's next? I still think that this is currently in a very strong corrective phase. And that's what make me think we will experience deeper ABCD correction towards this zone, or at least we will continue to move for a while inside this range. So the way I see that, we should experience one of the two scenarios. This sort of ABCD maybe to the top of the daily range as we just saw, right? Or close to the top of the daily range. Maybe back to this falling resistance connecting this lower highs, lower lows scenario. And this divergence to complete. If this divergence managed to complete, I do find it very interesting evidence for a possible continuation to the downside. The alternative scenario, which could trigger my interest on the bearish direction, is if we assume this is already 3 lower highs, lower lows, which gained the momentum, and now we got this correction followed by a bearish hidden divergence. So now we want the market to return to the downside, and for that to happen we need bearish evidences. Bears are in when the market managed to show us lower highs, lower lows, right? So we do have the lower highs, we do have 2 lower lows, and break below this low would trigger the third lower low. And then, like imagine this scenario, right? Break, pullbacks, and then we can look for the continuation to the downside. So that's how I see the Aussie CAD. It might be a bit trickier right now, but these two scenarios would trigger my attention for bearish existence and possible continuation to the downside. And the next one is the euro dollar, as I promised to cover as well. Euro dollar also, my view is currently bearish, and I expect this cycle to complete somewhere here. So my interest here is bearish. The idea with the euro dollar was pretty straightforward. It broke the supportive zone. Now it comes to retest this area. It does respect this sort of channel forming up, and now we are on the top of the channel. I believe that the view remains bearish, and one of the two scenarios here to follow is again straightforward, like the Aussie CAD, to complete some sort of last high, deeper high here next to the trend line, next to the resistance, or maybe even like false break above that, and then break below the rising trend line all the way for a bearish continuation. And the alternative scenario is, the assumption is, okay, we already have ABCD, maybe little, but still have, and then we are back to the bearish momentum, and for that to happen we do want the bears to show their control, and bears are in control when they manage to create lower highs, lower lows. And if it will manage to happen, then like the Aussie CAD, break below this low and then pull backs when we'll be looking for evidences for bearish continuation. That's how I see the euro dollar, I don't know how to expect the market to react to the latest news that Trump also suffers from COVID-19. I don't know if the market will react to anything like that or not. This is also an important opportunity to wish him a fast recovery. Of course, everyone else who experienced that thing. So again, I don't know to say or to predict. It's unpredictable, such things. Will that have the impact or not? Maybe it will cause just a little noise and then back to normal, right? But technically speaking, purely technically speaking, this is what I would expect from this pair. Let me know, what do you think about the euro dollar? I'm very interested to hear your views. How do you see this pair, and what would be your expectation? The views around the market are very, very contradicting. My view is bearish. Let me know, how do you find it? Bullish, bearish, why and where to? And please leave your view in the comment section below. I would also love to ask your assistance, your support in our work. If you find such videos helpful, interesting and beneficial, then please hit the like button below this video and drop some feedback. It helps a lot to the channel, and your help is very much appreciated. Thanks in advance. The last forex pair I would love to cover is the Kiwi dollar. Now, for the longer view, I also expect this pair to be in the corrective phase. Let me just draw it properly, which means ABCD or any sort of range here. Which means for me, sell the rallies is the plan. Dropping to the lower time frame, we are currently experiencing the corrective phase, and right now we are approaching to a very strong zone, this area. We have some sort of a clearance zone here. It also used to be a strong resistance from the past area, and the divergence is likely to go and complete there. So the way I see that, if we manage to get this final high around this zone, this should be a good area, at least for the short term currently. Look for bearish evidences and expect a pullback. And that's what I would personally love to see. The 4 hour and the 1 hour synchronizing the divergences around the key zone. Again, I don't know to say if it will be reached or not, right? But if it will and will be respected the way I want it to, then I know it will trigger my interest, and I would be looking for the evidences for sales, and that will be my focus. So Kiwi dollar is another interesting opportunity the way I see that. And there was one more we were talking about out of Forex market. That was the gold. Where is our gold? Here, where I expect to see one last low to be reached. And we wanted to see the pullback and then the continuation. So here is the pullback currently in play, and the biggest question is it ready for the sells? So now we are back to the strong resistance zone, and round number, right? 1900. The dynamic resistance of the 200 moving average maintain its bearish slope. And also the last lower high, the last series of the highs is a hint for the bearish direction. And what I would want to see here is basically the evidences for the bears. How? We already experienced false breakout, so going below this low, making a full convergence, for example, to see lower lows on the MACD histogram as well would be classical. Or if not, then go below this low and create lower highs, lower lows on the 1 hour chart, and then pullbacks and bearish continuation. My view remains bearish here, at least at the moment, and I would be looking for these very evidences that I just presented to trigger the fact that the bears are here and they managed to create lower highs, lower lows. That should be a good thing to pay attention to. So that's my view here. And the last one we were following was the German DAX, where the expectation was to get the corrections and then looking for the bearish evidences. And DAX is pretty much stuck since we got the correction. I'm not convinced it's over, and basically here is why. It just happens too fast. I don't claim it's wrong, it's not, but there are two scenarios which I want to cover. The first one is already bearish approval. What do I mean? 3 lower highs, lower lows on the 4 hour chart. That's a bearish hidden divergence. We cannot deny that. This is a clearance zone, and we gained the momentum since. It's lower highs, lower lows, which is fantastic. And as long as this instrument would hold below the 61.8 of this structure, right? So it doesn't go straight above that. The idea here is we expect a bearish continuation. And I want to cover the second scenario. What happens if it managed still, right, to break through the 61.8 and complete this thing? Will that change the bearish view? And the answer is here, no, because according to the daily cycle we've had with a massive divergence, we expect a corrective cycle. Corrective cycle could be the ABCD. Corrective cycle could be, like explained on the New Zealand dollar, some sort of a range. But it still keeps the bearish pressure on. And that's why for me the DAX is one of the scenarios. Or the bears are controlling this 61.8, as I explained, of the current momentum gained, and then we expect to see the continuation to the downside, or we're gonna see that expanding a bit further, completing some divergence here, okay, going below this clearance zone again, and then going and making the second low. That's my view on the DAX, and that's the two scenarios I want to follow in order to understand that the bears are here and they under control. I also would like to remind you that inside the blog you can see not only the text version for the forecast, but also if you go to the Forex education, you can find here free tools and free ebooks, also complete guide for beginners and advanced, a lot of educational articles. So there is a lot of things here, guys, for you. Okay, so if you are new to the channel or to the blog, you can enjoy from all these prepared articles and educational material available for you, and everything you find here is completely free. This is a great beginning point. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today. I would like to thank you very much for your time watching this video. I hope you find it interesting and the ideas as well. If you do, please show your support back, hit the like button, and that will be again all for this video. Stay safe, be well, and I hope to see you with us in Traders Academy Club to enjoy our live market analysis we do on daily basis, to enjoy our trading reports covering all the trading opportunities the way we find them. I hope to see you with us, and I wish you the best. And once again, thanks for your time. Yours, Vladimir from Traders Academy Club. See you soon.